Is everyone all right? Is anyone injured?
No.
No.
I am okay. Are you?
I took a little bit. I'm gonna pump 10 points of land hands into myself.
Yeah, that was very interesting to block the door with your body. You are a brave man. Or foolish man.
The jury's still out. Aviva.
I appreciate it nonetheless.
I like to think that that whole thing we did with coming around the corner, shooting in, and you just blocking everybody and holding the line like that, I think that's something we should repeat in the future. It worked out pretty well.
I agree. What do we do now?
We got to check these other buildings, right?
Yeah, I would say a methodical search of the rest of the town.
How many guests were supposed to arrive in that journal, Silas?
Let me think.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There were 10.
Yeah, maybe Abiba was paying more attention than I, but maybe 10?
How many sit in front of the Pasha now?
I think there was only
It was
7.
like
I know.
6 or 7, right?
Yeah, there was not the full amount, that's for sure. And we know one fella, well, the stable hand, he doesn't count as a guest, but definitely not everybody was there.
There could be potentially someone alive.
Yeah, let's check these buildings. Yeah, let's go to the east first. It looks like there's, from what I remember anyway, there's less buildings over there. We can mark them off and then move to the west.
Be
Since we're
cautious.
since we're close by, should we run and check on your friend?
That's a good call. Maybe we should we take him into this building, the one that we just, didn't burn down?
Yeah, what do you think? Is it safer here?
The stables are less of a target, I would say.
Okay.
Whatever did this to the Pasha and his guests could come back.
That's a good point. No one
Well,
knows he's there.
we've fought in these creatures before. They obviously have some hand in this. The question is, what do they want and what are they doing?
This seems strange. I can't, for the life of me, fathom. Well, maybe it's because I'm someone that is so focused on earning a check, if you will, with my work. So I don't see how this pays off, if you get my meaning. I don't see the gain here.
Not sure. Unless it was the guests that they were after.
Right.
Either way,
Silas
we need to be
takes-
cautious.
As you say that, Silas points towards the east, towards this bungalow. Well, we should probably do the one nearest to your friend. Make sure, maybe, Abiba, while we're walking over there, you might want to peek your head in, make sure guy is still all right, and then we can clear the buildings around there, make sure keep him safe.
Yeah, I would like to check on my friend as well. Who got?
Heading back over to the warehouse, you see Guy sitting in a corner, his pack on his belly, and a pastry in one hand. Catty corner to him, he is propped up. Udo, in nearly an identical position. It seems as almost if Guy is having a conversation with Udo. Stuffing the rest of the pastry in his mouth, Guy says, I think I should stay here and keep him company.
No, thank you. I appreciate you keeping him the company. I will let your friends know. Take care. He's eating. I believe he's okay.
Sounds about right. Let's go check the building.
Do you want to just knock the door down, Torin?
As you approach this building, there are gates standing wide open. Looking in, it appears to be some kind of abandoned smithy. Looking in, there appears to be no fire on the forge, nor do you hear the clanging of hammers.
We should clear it at least, make sure no one's inside.
Sure.
And as you head in, there appears to be 3 anvils used for working iron. Stand near the center of the room. The forge is clearly cold. Metalwork of half-completed items appear to be strewn about the shop. Between the anvils, a metal barrel is cut in half. It holds water with pond scum forming at the top. The water is dark and brackish. Doors are located both north and south. As you stare to the
As you
east
stare
into
into
the
the-
dark interior of the building,
Eastward into the building.
Is there like a complete set of smithing tools here?
there is a partial set of smithing tools here. But if you want to look further, you can give me an investigation or perception check.
I'll do
tongs.
perception, because that's a 0 instead of a -1. Yeah.
You rolled a 4. So, not being familiar with smithing tools, you find a hammer, some tongs, a poker. You feel everything is here.
Yeah, I'll probably grab what I can. If there's anything I need to like hammer out of my armor or sword or anything here.
Give me a history check at advantage. You rolled an 11. Yeah, you feel like you could probably use these. For whatever reason, there is something dwarven itching in the back of your head.
Interesting. I know what you mean. Yeah, I'll just look around, make sure there's no... I already looked around with my perception. I'll walk back out and there doesn't appear to be anyone or any foes here. We should move on to the next building.
Silas is going to nod to him as he comes out and just take a look in. You want me to do a perception check? I'd like to just make sure there's nothing we're missing. He's just going to take a look around, see if there's... I mean, it's partly because, you know, Torrin walked out with some tools, so he's like, you know, I thought this was the king. I didn't know he had to steal. And then also because if Torrin's getting something valuable, Silas wants something too. Oh, that was a 14 that turned into a 6, so that would be an 8 perception.
It certainly looks like it hasn't been used in quite some time.
Thank you, sir. Torrin, I don't know how much... I mean, you don't take care of your own armor, I'm guessing, but water, they usually need it clean from what I understand when they're cooling down hot metal. And this is looking pretty nasty. So does this fit with our time frame? What was it, like 6 days? A week? How long was it? I forget.
6 days since
Since
Udo.
I was gone, right? Yeah. Since he was here and I left before that. Okay. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. So no one's been in here since then, it looks like. Let's move on. I'm actually going to poke my head back in and be like, hey, anybody hiding in here?
Caliban, what is your passive perception?
19.
So as the group is looking around, Smithy, you notice the 3 anvils aren't sitting on wood stumps, but instead on metal columns. And that stands out to you as being a little odd.
Well, I might stroll in and take a closer look at that then.
Go ahead and give me an investigation or perception check. You rolled a 19. The anvils are set in a triangle. As you do a circuitous route around one of them, you notice near the top, the metal is not quite the same color as the rest of the metal, as if to belie some kind of compartment.
Oh, I'll check it out. Well, oh gosh, I'm like, wish Guy was here. He's better at these things. I'll check it out. Does it look so? It looks like it might open.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, Torrin, got a thing I want you to open. Look at this.
What's this?
Look, there's a drawer right there.
What's this?
Wonder what's inside.
Interesting. Stand back.
I'm already standing back.
Silas takes a step back out of the building.
I'll open it.
Please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled a 23. You push in to the compartment and you hear a click. And as you pull back, all the air gets sucked into the room and your heart beats once, twice, before a large explosion goes off in the middle of the room. You take 29 fire damage, reduced by half, 14. For those of you standing outside, the heat is so intense, it singes your eyebrows and your eyelashes as there is a bright flash from within the dark smithy. But you've successfully opened the compartment.
You alive in there, Torrin?
I was trapped, Caliban.
Oh,
I'm shocked. I would not have expected that.
As you look inside, there is a satchel made of cloth and tied closed with a leather strap.
Satchel. And I hand the satchel to Caliban.
I'm sure it's fine. Thanks for opening the drawer, and I will cast Cure Wounds on him.
Nice. Thank you.
I give a quizzical look at Torrin, wonder why they went back in there, but I will also cast Cure Wounds at... I'll do second Second level?
Well, he's only
I'm about 10 points from full, so
Oh,
Yeah.
then Cure Wounds 1. There you go, sir. Oh, I mean, there you go.
thanks. I'll take it. That's good enough.
So I'll take the satchel over, set it down, and open it up.
You crack it open and find golden sovereigns. But they are not Cataloyan, nor are they from the Eastern Kingdom. About 200 gold pieces in all.
It looks like there's about exactly 200 gold you got there, Caliban, but it smells like money, but it doesn't look like money I've ever seen before.
It's gold. Good enough.
Do I recognize any of this symbol?
Give me a history check.
A history check? Okay.
My do so as well as I'm looking over these.
You can give me a history check as well.
Yes, sir.
Damn. My history check meant nothing.
You haven't been off this island, bro.
That's
I know, right?
Looking at the coins, and then again, back at the hammer you picked up, it appears to be dwarven in nature,
Mhm.
Oh.
specifically from the realm of Greycliff.
Silas turns around and says, Torn, don't you have something to do with dwarves? This looks like it's from Greycliff, if I'm not to be mistaken.
The dwarves? Is that... They are also mythical creatures, like the elves. Are you saying they exist as well?
Oh,
Elves exist. Dwarves play myth.
Silas is so tempted to walk around this building and come back looking like a dwarf. But he's gonna stay his ground because there's gold here and he wants some of it.
Have I ever heard of Grey Cliffs before? I don't think I would have.
You can make me a history check as well.
Yeah, Silas brought it up because you're the one who's reading Dwarven.
With a 13, you're not quite sure. You may have heard it in passing from some of the people who attended the Jubilee, but otherwise, you're not sure.
Look, this whole reading Dwarven thing is still pretty new to me. I'm not really sure. Did you meet the smith here when you were here last?
No, I did not have occasion to. I don't know if you noticed, I wear leathers, and my weapon, I hold my hand out, and the black rapier appears in my hand, is magical in nature, so I don't actually need the help of a smith. And then I do a sleight of hand thing, and the blade rapier disappears. So no, I did not meet with him.
I've noticed. That'll be a conversation one day.
Caliban, as your party members are discussing this coin, you notice the other two anvils have similar compartments.
I don't think Doran's gonna do that a second time.
Would you like me to? You want me to check for traps, maybe? I mean,
That
at the very
would be
least,
nice.
yeah, at the very least, I can see if they're trapped. You know what I mean? Maybe we can do something fancy. I don't know, throw a stone from the distance and trigger the trap or something. I don't know. I will go in if DM is appreciative of it and check for traps.
As you move in, are you checking anvil number 2 or anvil number 3?
Let's do number 2.
Give me an investigation check.
That's a natural 17 for a 22.
They are most certainly trapped. Focusing in on your warlock nature, you feel they are most certainly magical in nature. Looking closer, you can see small runes at the edges of these compartments. Not being a bookwise spellcaster, you've certainly seen these runes before. In fact, it is abjuration magic used to protect and or keep things closed.
Didn't stop me though, because I had this. Well, Caliban, looks like your instinct was correct. These are definitely trapped. You should know though, Torn, they're not mechanical in nature. There's rune script on the side of these. You open these up and you get fireballed again, I imagine, or something else unsavory.
Well, stepping back out of the building, or at least out of the blast radius that we saw before, I will try to cast Dispel Magic And what the heck? I will do it at 4th level on like the second stump.
Casting Dispel Magic at 4th level, you feel the magic of these runes float away.
And I'll say that I'm pretty sure that one is now disabled.
Nice.
You say so. And I'll go and open it.
Pulling open the compartment, you find a small journal.
As Torrin goes in to open it, Silas leans over to Calaman and says, Ali, you're so brave.
And I just toss the journal to Silas.
Thank you. I'm going to open it up and start reading because I can read all writing.
Written in Cataloyan, you see a ledger on one side. On the other side is a loose leaf of paper. Reading it, it appears to be some kind of contract. It says that while contracted, we will pay you 250 gold pieces for the next 6 months to create weapons of war. Payment to happen monthly for the prior 4 or 5 weeks. It is signed with the letter N as in Nancy.
Oh, this looks interesting. This looks like a contract, 250 gold pieces a week to create weapons for an army. Does anyone know who N would be? It seems mischievous. Initials of some sort.
Taliban, do you think? It couldn't be.
I'm fuzzing out on people I know who start with the letter N.
I mean, I wasn't exactly there when you all killed him, but Nesimantu.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the N, right?
We told you about him, Silas.
I didn't know if it had like a silent G in front of it, like Noel. But good to know.
Did we think the third? There's glyphs on the third one as well.
Yeah, that third one's still dispel or got the glyph on it. That rune.
Is there any way we can try to open this thing up from afar?
I mean, does the side that you push in is that facing the doorway?
There is a doorway to the south that it faces.
All right. Well, Abiba, you're pretty damn good with that bow. You just want to try and maybe hit the panel and get it to push in the way Torrin opened it, and maybe that'll trigger the explosion. I mean, hopefully it didn't destroy the gold, so maybe it won't destroy whatever's in there.
Yes, I was about to recommend that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I mean, just curious to see how you guys take out traps. But yes, I would be happy to.
We usually let Fiddy set them off for us.
Oh, is he one of them spellcasters that has like the little hand thing that he can do? I've seen that.
No, he just doesn't have any real common sense and likes to open things.
Oh, I see.
That's why I opened that one in his honor.
Nice. I see. It was a beautiful thing, I must say.
I had 3 brothers. They're no longer with me. That's how I learned.
Well, shit. Now I feel bad about my comment now. Jesus.
I'm kidding. I have sense of humor too. Stand back.
Well, he said it was to the south. Just so you know, you probably have to be by this little bush here.
Oh, that would be important.
Torrin, come on out, Torrin.
I'm already outside.
So I'll wait till everyone's safe, and then I will target the button or the drawer.
The arrow streaks towards the target. As it makes contact, there's a little press and then a release followed by a loud explosion. Though this one is larger than the last, and you feel the heat flow past you as your hair moves with the shockwave.
Everyone looks down, and Silas is holding a stick with a marshmallow on the front and says, just right.
I'm already bald, so right? Or is this how I became bald?
Well, I guess I'll do the honors. I'll go in and look inside. What do I find?
The compartment is hanging off its hinges, and as you look in, you see the broad head of a great axe.
Well, my goodness. Is this big enough where I can pull it out and it's the whole thing, or is it just the metal, just the axe itself with no...
You can certainly pull it out of the compartment if that's what you want to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see here. Knowing my experience with my weapon, I'm going to take some of my bedroll and pull it out and be like, Torn, I don't know. I mean, most people don't hide weapons. This might be cursed in some way, maybe. I don't trust weapons I find in places, personal experience, but I'll bring it out.
Reaching in with your bedroll, you grip onto the head of the axe and pull it forth. The haft of the axe clearly extends below the floor. The haft is a well-made ebony wood, and the head appears to be a hawk with wings outspread.
I'll come out, I'll put it on the ground, lay it on the bedroll, and say, that compartment went even lower. This is a fine weapon. I'm going to go back in and see if there's a deeper compartment in each of the other two real quick while y'all check this. I don't really care about a great axe. So as they're looking at it, checking or whatever, Silas is going to go back in and stick his hand down into the other two, because knowing that there's now a deeper part of that third anvil, he's going to see if maybe we missed something in the other two.
As you're looking into these compartments to find out if they have any false bottoms, a strangled roar interrupts you as two large crocodiles burst in through the northern door. Two horrific tentacles grow from their faces. In the shock of the attack, you realize that the end of these tentacles are the heads of eels.